All right. So the
Oh, that's
first
great.
first thing is just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. My name is Jeremy Frankovis. I guess since this is about skateboarding, I've been skateboarding for 26 years. Started when I was a kid in Hawaii. Moved to Colorado. Has a great skate scene out here, so been skating out here for 6 years. And not 6 years, 20 years. And everything's good.
How have you seen skating impact your life?
Oh wow, that's a good one. I don't know where I'd be if it wasn't for skateboarding. I think most people that are skateboarders have a little bit of an edge to them, and there's no telling where that edge could like take you if you don't apply your energy like correctly. Now, skateboarding isn't necessarily the correct thing to apply your energy to, but it kept me focused in all of my years, and it kept me dreaming about something that I wanted to do, that I wanted to be. So I think skateboarding really, really gave me the life that I have.
What's your education background?
Education background was high school, and after that I left the home and skated. Just skated. After a while, I went back to college and took classes in creative writing and English, and didn't follow through with that. For me, it was just something to apply myself to, and that's it.
So tell me a little bit, like your clientele. Who do you sell to mostly?
Here at my shop, I specialize and cater to core skateboarders. Now, we're not at the mall. That means you have to find us, first of all. So we're a destination store, and our customers are people that want to shop with and support my store. So it doesn't necessarily matter what I have here. I think people come here to get stuff from our store.
How long have you been in business?
Been in business 3 years. We opened in October of 2010.
Well, since we were just talking about your window, what's the biggest problem you face in the skateboarding industry?
You know what? It's not the small things, like the windows that somebody's mad at me and kicking out my windows recently. I don't know why, but it's not that actually. The hardest thing about being in business in this industry is dealing with the industry. It's pretty rough. It's a pretty tough industry. You have really small shops like mine, and then you have these really big mega shops, as well as the internet. So the hardest thing is probably just being able to keep the doors open at all. The more I'm in this, the more I believe that the skate industry is a microcosm of our economy in general. So you have the big guys making all the money, getting all the best prices because they can order in bulk, and then you have the small guys that are just barely making it. So that's kind of where we're at. We're the little guys.
So what's your impression of the skateboarding industry as a whole?
It's something that I want to be part of, so it's great. It's perfect. I mean, it's people selling things to people that want things. It's not like other industries where maybe you're selling something that somebody necessarily doesn't need or doesn't want. You know, this is a passion-based industry, and the passion drives all of us to do what we do. So I love it.
Who inspires you the most?
My friends. I have a lot of good friends that we've all been skating for pretty much the same amount of time. When I was young, I remember having conversations with my friends and being like, man, who knows, like, are we gonna quit skating when we're 30? Like, are we gonna have kids? Are we gonna be married? You know, and all of this stuff. And what's funny is my current friends, all of my friends now that I skate with, we're married. We have families. We have businesses, and we're still skateboarding. So those guys I look up to a lot.
How are you involved in the local skating community?
Almost in every way. I'll help out with contests that other shops will throw. I don't throw contests myself. I don't have that 1-2 punch to create these giant events. But I do hold video premieres here at the shop so that the kids can keep up to speed with the new videos. We'll have sodas, adult beverages for the older guys. And I give them a place to hang out. We have video premieres. I have a skate team with 6 people on it, so we're always going out and making our own movies and videos to release and just let everybody know that we are only about skating.
Nice. I noticed that that's really common is like the skate competition. What do you think it is about that draws skaters?
There've always been skate contests. When I was young, there were skate contests, and I think it was just one of those things. It was a gathering. It was everybody together, and it was where you saw the new stuff go down, and at the same time, you could maybe show off a little and get some prizes or money for it. So that's always fun. I've grown out of that in my older years, and now I just appreciate the act of skateboarding without competition. But I know for a lot of skateboarders, it's still pretty important to just go out there and kind of strut your stuff.
How would you say your impressions of skating have changed over the years?
Impressions of skating?
Yeah, just skating itself and the industry and the community.
Skateboarding is in a really good spot right now. Things have evolved over the last 40 years of changes, progression, digression. Everything's kind of come to a head now. For a while, it was like really structured to where you had to do this certain trick to be like a professional, and then that changed. Then you had to do this trick, and everything that was cool like changed so much in the last 30 years. But it seems like now almost everything's accepted, so you can do this kind of thing, be professional. You can do this kind of thing and be professional. It's really open to do whatever you want to do. So I love the way that skateboarding's like changed into this like all-encompassing and all-accepting kind of group.
I've always thought of skating as being a more creative endeavor. How do you think that translates into a business environment?
You can still be very creative in business. It's always possible. The easy way to do things is just to go with the cookie cutter, but you can do plenty of things in business that are creative and make you feel like you're creating something. It starts with people and it ends with product. So the things that you choose for your store, the way that you display things for your store, we built a curb in our store to not just have shelves like at your Sprint store. You know, like we did things like a little bit different. So skateboarding is an art, from business down to the art, the act of it, 100%.
How do you position yourself differently from, like, let's say Vans or Tilly's, the more, I guess, chain stores?
We definitely try to different product. That's number one. I try to get things that are made by skateboarders, for skateboarders. If I can keep that in my store, that makes me different already. the big guys worry about price, bottom line, money. They have stockholders that they need to appease. The only people I need to make happy here are me and my customers. So I'm able to get my hands on things that they can't. So we specialize in that. I also don't sell any mainstream athletic brands. So if you want to buy shoes from my skate shop, you're gonna get shoes that are made for and by skateboarders. So that's how we're different.
Sweet.